Police officers involved in high-speed vehicle pursuits are to be offered greater protection from prosecution under new proposals being published by the government. Officers have been increasingly opting not to get involved in vehicle chases over fears they could find themselves in the dock or being disciplined if a pursuit ends badly. Under Home Office proposals published on Tuesday, laws surrounding the offences will be tweaked to recognize police drivers' high level of training. The shake-up also aims to smash the myth that officers cannot pursue moped or other motorbike riders who are not wearing helmets. The Police Federation of England and Wales, PFEW, cautiously welcomed the announcement. PFEW Roads Policing lead Tim Rogers said, although it is a positive step that the government have finally agreed that a legislation change is required, they must now act quickly to prevent more officers suffering unnecessary and often mendacious prosecutions. Ministers launched a review of the legislation, guidance and practice surrounding police pursuits in September. The issue came under the spotlight after a rise in the number of criminals using mopeds, scooters and other motorbikes to commit offences and escape quickly. Policing Minister Nick Hurd said, "People must be able to go about their daily lives without fear of harassment or attack, and criminals must not think they can get away with a crime by riding or driving in a certain way or on a certain type of vehicle." Our proposed changes will make sure that skilled police drivers who follow their rigorous training are protected, while ensuring the minority of officers who do cross the line are robustly held to account. In another step, the government is proposing to make clear in law that a suspect is responsible for their own decision to drive dangerously and that blame should not be attached to the pursuing officer. This measure aims to dispel the perception that officers cannot chase suspects who are not wearing helmets. All emergency services, including police, are exempt from speed limit, traffic light and sign violations when undertaking a 999 response. But under the current law, the same legal test for careless and dangerous driving offences is applied to police officers and the general public. Police have raised concerns that officers have to rely on prosecutors' discretion to avoid criminal charges and face lengthy watchdog investigations and suspension from duty, only to be cleared eventually. Under the government's proposals, police drivers would be subject to a separate test when determining whether they should face action after incidents. A consultation document detailing the plans states, this standard would allow investigators, prosecutors and the courts to take account of the driver's level of training and skill, not only to make allowance for driving beyond that expected from the public, but also if maneuvers or tactics are employed that the driver is not trained or authorized to carry out. Officials are also seeking views on whether the changes should cover police drivers responding to emergency calls at high speed, by far the most common high-risk police driving with more than 500,000 response call journeys last year alone.